Hey folks, welcome to Market Intraday Analysis by InTheMoneyStocks.com, your leaders in pure technical analysis, avoiding all that Wall Street hype. Today, Wednesday, July 29th, 2009. Well, folks, we are seeing some downside on Wall Street today. Really relatively recent, too, just over the last half hour, ever since we got that auction to come out. You had the 5-year auction coming out at 1 o'clock. The results, they were not that great. Just like the 2-year yesterday was not that great, the 5-year today was not exemplary either. Now, the market has been under pressure all day, but the propping continues to go on. Whenever volume lightens up, this market bounces. And what you can see here on an intraday basis is that the market has had dips, but every time it dips, it seems to rise back to the occasion and move back higher. Now, there's been some big calls, folks, and I'm going to tell you about all these calls. We've made some monstrous calls here to our premium subscribers. They've been on the right side of this trade, a couple different trades on multiple levels here. Number one, oil. We talked about over the last few days being bearish on oil, looking for a pullback in oil. Sure enough, the USO is getting rocked today. Oil is getting rocked to the downside, down $4 on the day. A huge drop in oil. Now, that's cascading into downside in commodity stocks overall. You're seeing stocks like ExxonMobil down over $1 on the day, although getting a nice little bounce right here. Chevron, CVX, down beautifully, $1.55 on the day. So a lot of commodity stocks are putting pressure on this market. On the opposite side, you're seeing stocks like Bank of America, some of these financials, still positive on the day. Bank of America still up 15 cents on the day. Wells Fargo just down 2 cents on the day. JP Morgan just down about 40 cents or so on the day. So a lot of these financials, and you can take a look at Citigroup. Citigroup is still positive on the day, up 10 cents, 9 cents right here. So while commodities are exceptionally weak, you have financials actually holding in there relatively well. Now, a couple other things. Another call we nailed. Not only did we nail oil, but we nailed the dollar. Take a look at the UUP. UUP having a monstrous update today. Look at the size or the move of this UUP to the upside. We called it at the double bottom for a bounce. Sure enough, the right side of the trade was to be long the dollar here, as everyone else was bearish on the dollar. We went long the dollar, nailed this one dead on across the board. Monster bounce on the UUP, which is the dollar index today, as the dollar rallying up off the double bottom. So again, we called the drop in oil. Huge drop, $4 drop today. Called the bounce in the UUP, the dollar, bounce in the UUP. The other call we made was on the Shanghai index. We had a pivot put out, and again, we called a pivot. Basically, our pivots are key turns in the market. So you're talking about turn dates. I'd say 9 out of 10 are dead on. Every once in a while, there'll be one because of manipulation. I think we're seeing that in the U.S. markets right now. But manipulation right now can cause it to be lagging by a few days or so. But overall, these numbers are calculated to cycle activity. Huge cycle activity, mathematical formulas, proprietary stuff. They're almost always dead on. Almost always dead on. Sure enough, we called a pivot last night in China and the Asian markets for a downward pivot, and the China market was down 5%. The whole market dropped 5% last night. Huge drop in the Asian market in the Chinese Shanghai index yesterday. Also in the Hong Kong market, the Nikkei was flat, but overall, the Shanghai index getting punished. So 3 calls nailed in the research center. If you're privy to that research center, you are rocking it right now. The hot charts and alerts, we put out some huge calls. They're all in the money right now, especially that oil call. We put out a Google call. We put out USO, you name it, they're all out there for everyone to see. Pro Trader watch list, hot charts and alerts, as I mentioned, nightly videos, which are like these, except much more in depth on technicals, about 30-40 minutes in length. All right, going back to the SPY, let's get into it here. What you're seeing today, folks, a gap down in the markets, again, on some weakness here, overnight on oil selling a little bit in the Shanghai and the Asian markets. A big push up, though. Remember, the propping continues to be here. There's no doubt in my mind that there's, on light volume, the bid come in this market because you're seeing propping. You're seeing some big of these institutions trying to hold this market up, not let it roll over yet, and they're actually having a decent amount of success. You saw it yesterday. Look at yesterday. Fell hard, and then it was propped up all afternoon, and a buy program hit at the close to push the market up. Right now, you saw that at the open, right at the 200. By the way, we called this in the chat room for those of you that are day traders. Nailed some amazing calls today in the chat room. Right here was a buy off the 200. Right here was the sell, shorting opportunity, pull back, bounce, short, all the way double bottom. Now it's a bounce. Double bottom, you should know, is a bounce. Triple bottom, right there, bounce. Look at what the market's doing. So again, the technical trend lines are working beautifully today. Look at the moving averages here, capping this market right here. Look at the bottom, 200, double bottom from yesterday, right here, to here, to here, and here. You keep on hammering at this lower level right now, and that continues to be the case here. Now, you can even see a little bit of support level right here. possibly a little bit of a channel or a trend line developing right in here from these highs all the way through. Again, that should be a little bit of a cap if we move back up into that. Now, the key is we just had that auction come out. You also have the beige book coming out at 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. shortly. The beige book will be out. That should cause a little bit of reaction as well, as it'll give us a little idea about what's going on in the economy. But right now, some great movement in this market. It's been a great day trading market. Great swing trading market if you know what side to be on for oil, for the dollar, for the overall markets. And again, you're seeing some downside in the market. The question is, do they prop this market up late in the day on light volume? If after we get the beige book, come 3 o'clock, do we see buy programs coming in and pushing this market up? In any case, what you want to do is join that research center on our website, inthemoneystocks.com, without a doubt, to get these type of information, all right? Again, high probability success trades, success guidance. Education is number one. We always try to explain our methodology so you can learn that as well in the Research Center. Join the chat room. Webinar is coming up next a week from this weekend. That's fantastic. 6-hour webinar course. Amazing stuff, guys. Can't tell you enough about that. Have a wonderful rest of the day. We'll talk to you soon. Take care and join the Research Center in themoneystocks.com.